Called Cheeto in charge of Superbug. That was pretty dope.
His analogy was good.
His analogy.
All right, so we're back. You guys, what's up? We back in it. We back at it just a bit outside. I'm your host, Kescia. Tonight's the all-women's panel. As you can see, I have these lovely, gorgeous, talented ladies up in here with all of their excellent knowledge and comedy.
Melanin.
Melanin's popping tonight. So, while we were offline, we were kind of, Jana pulled up the picture of Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Blue, or should I say Blue Ivy and her parents, because clearly she was everything, and she was the star last night. And there was this picture of Jay-Z and Beyonce. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Probably not, but... Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're like in the front row of the Grammys with juice boxes and snacks and whatnot, looking like a real whole family,
right?
For real,
looking regular,
right? And like, honestly, me personally, I have to say that that was like one of my favorite moments of the Grammys last night.
I missed the Grammys. I was watching the OKC game. Oh, that was a good game.
Girl. Okay, all right. So see now you're making me look bad.
It's okay.
I'm a sports analyst. I'm watching the damn Grammys.
It was a good game. Russell Westbrook went off.
It's okay. I was with you. I was watching.
Carry on.
Are you coming tomorrow?
I think I found some tickets.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, let's talk about that offline.
I'll text you.
Okay, all right, we'll talk about that offline. All right, but yeah, like
we want to go to.
I know
it's sold out. John Wall is not playing.
Yo.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. I can't wait. The
rest of the
Thunder and the Wizards.
Oh, okay. I like Bradley Beal.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. You like the way he looked.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it. Okay.
I don't have favorite teams.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's going on? What's popping? Outsiders, it's 7 o'clock. It's Monday. You know what it is. Just a Bit Outside radio show. I am your host, Kescia. Barely here. But we doing it. We out here doing it for the people. And across from me is my main man. Always. 100 grand.
This is a tight ad.
The man, Mark Foster. Man, how are you doing, yo? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, like 2 weeks, it feels like 2 years.
Right. Did you enjoy your week off?
Week off? Oh, from the show.
Yeah, from the show. Yeah, not from work. I mean, no days off.
That would have been awesome. But, yeah, and I did, and of course I enjoyed watching last week with the women's panel.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the women's panel last week was a lot of fun. The coaches were a lot of fun. Shout out to the girls, Tyra, Jana, Deandra. Thank you so much for coming through. That was a lot of fun. We're going to do it real soon. So
you gotta love Tyra and how she picks teams. A Patriot would shoot an eagle. Like, you were wrong.
Did you see that Saturday Night Live skit between it was set back in the day, and it was like Patriot fans and Eagles fans.
No, I missed that.
Oh my, yo!
I tuned in late.
Tina Fey was like the head of the Philadelphia Eagles group. Her accent was so fucking hilarious.
Really?
And it was like Natalie Portman was the head of the Patriots group, and they had their little Boston accents. Man, that joint was kind of funny. I saw it today. I didn't see it when it went down, but I saw it online today. But we'll check that out offline. But yeah. So So the last Monday of this month will be your turn to host the women's panel. So my ladies who are set to come on, take it easy on Mark.
Is it going to be the same three?
No, it's gonna be
No.
different.
Oh.
You know, I mean, like, I feel like we're so popular now. All the girls want to come on the show now and give their little knowledge.
I still have yet to meet Deandra.
Damn. All right, we're going to see if we can make that happen. I don't know. We'll see.
I never got any of that Raven swag either.
Oh gosh, yo, I still have a little bit at the back cave. Maybe I'll pass some stuff along. I know I got some koozies. I know you could definitely use that.
Hell yeah.
All right. So you guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. You know, hopefully we'll be able to cram everything in. We had big games this weekend, big local games, big national games. And we had the Super Bowl going down, which was like, to me, I don't know. Was this Super Bowl better than last year's? What do you think?
I think this one was definitely exciting.
Yeah.
Last year's had a little bit more excitement just because of that Patriots comeback. But this year was better, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game, man.
I would say one of the best ever.
Yeah, hashtag fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
We're going to talk more about that in a minute. But you ready to get up into this thing? You ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right, let's start off. Tonight, let's start off with the hometown hero bit. But since it's Black History Month, I think we're going to change things up per Mark's request because he's the man.
And I was listening to something the other day, and they mentioned this guy, and I researched him a little bit, and I thought, that's pretty cool. There's a guy, Aubrey Lewis. He was an American football player, played Notre Dame. He also was on track there.
Okay.
He was the first black athlete to be named captain of a team at Notre Dame.
Okay.
He was named the track captain, actually, for 57-58 season. First one at the school to be chosen as a team captain. He was so good of an athlete, apparently. He had 200 offers for scholarships from schools, and Notre Dame's who he ended up settling on.
Really?
Yeah. And then after school, he got drafted by the Bears, but he had an injury and wasn't able to continue his professional career. After that happened, 1962, he was chosen to participate as a member of the very first FBI training program to include black people.
Wow. So he's just breaking all kinds of barriers.
Absolutely. He goes on, has a career with the FBI for about 5 years, and then he moves on to Woolworths. I know they're not around anymore. Do you remember Woolworths as a kid?
Yeah, of course I do.
Goes on there, takes on several roles, becomes a senior vice president before he retired in 1985. He was appointed to serve both the New Jersey Sports and Exposition Authority and the New Jersey Highway Authority. Governor Christine Todd Whitman, who was New Jersey governor back in the 90s, appointed him to serve as commissioner of the Bi-State Port Authority, which the Port Authority is pretty damn huge. Mm-hmm. New York, New Jersey.
Right.
They were one of the big first responders for 9/11.
Right.
So he filled that position until 1999. I mean, that guy, he made a lot of really big moves. Definitely a trailblazer.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That is definitely, I've never heard of him before. So you just schooled me a little bit on the Black history there.
A week ago, I hadn't heard of him either, but I found it fascinating.
Yeah. Great story. Maybe we can post something on the show page about that.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll continue to do this throughout the month of February. Instead of, we'll put the hometown hero on pause, and maybe we'll just highlight a black athlete. I think I like that idea. We kind of just threw that together really quickly. I like that. All right. Go team. All right, so let's move on to what was going on around town. A lot of you may know there was a big basketball game that went down in Baltimore, more specifically in Towson at the CQ Arena.
I think it's talked about it a little bit last week.
Yeah. Last week we had both of the coaches. Shout out to Coach Rob of IND. Shout out to Coach Steve of Mercy. The big Mercy IND game went down on Friday. Man, that joint was like all the way live, for real.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was, pretty much packed house, cheerleader squads, pep squads, like the whole nine. Like, it was lit. It was lit. And it was a good basketball game, but IND's got some big girls on their squad, yo. Shout out to Coach Rob. Your squad was pretty thorough. They were looking pretty thorough on Friday night. And ultimately, I think, like, the size and turnovers kind of led to Mercy's demise. They lost the game on Friday. I mean, I was, like, courtside trying to will them to a victory. But, no dice. And shout out to Coach Steve, man. You did a wonderful job. We'll get them next year, yo. But
was it close at least?
Mercy lost. It was 39-30.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which, it wasn't, the end result wasn't really that close, but they kind of came back towards the end. It was
okay.
Could have been a little bit worse, but they fought their way back at the end, and it was a good, it was a good game to watch, and very nostalgic for me because I used to play basketball and softball for Mercy, so the tradition is a big deal for me, and actually be back, watching everything, and like in between whistles. The crowds would do this back and forth thing, like where they would shout at each other. That's what they do.
Wow.
Mercy might say something like, we got spirit. I don't know, one of them cheers that, whatever they do, and then they would, toss it to the other side, and then they would be screaming and hollering, and then it would be like the pep squads would have their little standoffs, the cheerleaders had their little standoffs. I was telling Ren that the cheerleaders did this little standoff thing, right? So this one chick from Mercy, she comes out and she does like 3 little flips. This was like during a timeout or something.
Yeah.
And everybody's all pumped, like, woo. I'm like, whoa. She just did a couple flips real fast. Man, they had this little chick from IND, this little girl. She comes out and she's like, oh, so you're going to do 3 flips. I mean, like, Shorty must have did like 4 or 5 back flips. And then she kind of like sashayed back. It's like, she had like all this attitude, and they were like snapping it up and everything. And I'm like, yo, it was just like, it was totally crazy, man. It was a lot of fun, a lot of trash talk, man. I mean, the rivalry is real, you guys. The rivalry is so real. And I mean, to me, it's like one of the best women's sporting events that goes on. I'm gonna say in the state. Of the year. Like, it's so much fun. I wish you would have came out, man, had to check us out. We better definitely check it out next year.
I should have.
Yeah, man. I mean, Nick Gill was out there. Shout out to Nick Gill for making everything happen for me. I really appreciate it. And, like, the showmanship was just out of control. That's one thing I can say about Mercy, though. I mean, they showed out. Like, their student section was just lit. Them kids were off the chain. But yeah, so Mercy lost, and IND won for the 5th time in a row.
Damn.
Right. Shout out to Coach Rob, man. You was doing the damn thing.
Did you ask if they had a spare jersey?
Man, you don't even know. I was so screaming on the sideline so bad. I wanted to jump out there. I wanted to get on the court and be like, put me in, Coach. Put me in, Steve. I wanted to say that so bad. But I don't know. They probably would have hooped on my old ass because I'm kind of old now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shots fired on myself. That's what we do. But yeah, it was a good time this weekend, man. And shout out to Mercy and shout out to IND. I had a great time, and hopefully we'll be able to do it again next year. What we got left? We got a few minutes left. All right, so, the WTF moment of the week.
Oh.
And this week, did that open on its own?
I think the front door opens like some.
That was
air
creepy
pressure.
as fuck. Okay. Yeah, so the WTF moment of the week. Right, I thought that was like a ghost or something. But anyway.
Halloween's a couple months back. Come on.
The WTF moment of the week. Let's go with the Alex Smith story. I mean, the Alex Smith trade.
Okay.
I think that's WTF worthy.
Yeah.
I mean, would you agree? Or?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Get a quarterback that's 4 years older, lower on stats. I mean, and then there's talk that they might actually tag Cousins again.
The Redskins?
Yeah.
What the fuck are they
Because they would have the rights to him. They could try to trade him to get something, but then it's like, who's going to take that on for just a season? He might, if they decide to tag him, he would tell any potential trade partner that he won't sign an extension, so no one's going to want to do that. It's getting nasty up there in DC.
Yeah, and it's just totally crazy. I feel like on Kansas City's part because, Alex Smith has been with Kansas City for the past 5 seasons. This particular season that just passed, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like he set career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, as well as passer rating, and he only threw 5 interceptions all season. And we talked about how great he was and how great the Chiefs were in the beginning of the season. And, they traded him for a 3rd-round draft pick and a cornerback, which I think is just, a steal.
Yeah,
definitely.
I wonder if it slipped to a 3rd because of his age, but
maybe, I don't know, but I feel like the Chiefs are taking a hell of a gamble because right now I believe what they're doing is they're going to take a chance on their 1st-round draft pick, which his name is Patrick Mahomes. I don't even know anything about this kid, but he's going to be the new starting QB as of right now. So they're taking one hell of a gamble with this guy. You go from someone who's established, who ran the offense pretty efficiently, to
unproven.
Yeah, pretty much. So, we'll see how that works. But they did, oh wow. All right, well look, you guys, when we come back, I think Mimi's out there. Christ Almighty. When we come back, we'll finish talking about this WTF, and we're also going to talk a little bit about the Ravens. Crazy shit went down. All right, don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Exposed Radio.
Let me do that.
There's certain things for everybody.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
There's a time and a place for everything. Maybe if I'm sitting down reading a book and then I'm like, all right, cool, let me throw this Lupe on, get this real lyrical going on, and maybe I see a whole nother side of something. But if I'm sitting down with a bottle, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Like, you might turn on the right Lupe song, you feel me? And because I'm drunk, I'm going to get lit for it. Right. But, yeah, for the most part.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Shepsworth Bentley. And make sure you guys check out Homegrown Radio every Sunday, 7 to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. It's new, fresh, Baltimore radio.
I thought you was going to have my money today.
Man, it is what it is.
Then last week you told me your wife was cooking.
Man, it is what it is.
Then again, I don't think I want your wife cooking because you don't like it.
Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio. It is what it is, 9/11.
Are they ready to? I know they're not ready to accept it, but yeah, exactly. That's my whole thing. Like, how many of them are really ready to think about it like that?
None.
Like
I think the problem is like I don't even know how we got here, but it's inbred. You're not born to hate people. You're not born to distinguish between black and white and Asian and Hispanic. That's something that you're taught. You're taught. Point blank, period. My daughter came home and told me that her white teacher was black. Maybe it's because it's how she treated her. She don't see any color. But when it comes to all her friends, all her friends are mixed. All of her friends have a white parent, black, African, Hispanic, other parent.
So
children don't see color. You breed your children. Not breed. Right. You raise your children to see that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They don't see racism.
Well, I guess
I met a little girl who had a black doll, and she said because the black dolls are prettier than the white dolls. But then I've taken a black doll and a white doll and put it in front of 2 kids. And it's a study that they've done before. You put it in front of 2 kids, and you put it in front of a kid, and you ask them which one is the nice one.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Just a Bit Outside radio show.
2, There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is. You know, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, you know, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, you know, they're losing right now.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to...
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, just a bit outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Keisha, Mark, and we have some guests that have joined us.
Hello, it's Mimi Howard in the building, Just a Bit Radio.
Hi, this is E.T. Williams.
All right, so really quickly, you guys, Mimi is a host of another radio show on the Be Exposed Radio group, network, we will call it station.
The award-winning Be Exposed Radio Network.
Right.
Number one in Baltimore.
We're like a gang.
Yeah, gang.
Crew love. So why don't you, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about your show.
Yes, my name is Mimi Howard. My show is on the Come Up Radio show. And, of course, number one award-winning Be Exposed Radio, gang, all day.
Crew love.
Crew love, yes, we all day. So,
it'll be like Be Exposed.
Yeah, we go ahead to make up a handshake or something. I don't know. It's a big family, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. But my show is basically about gossip, fashion, and of course food because I'm a chef. So we had to throw that in there. Everybody like, why we gotta throw that in there all the time? But I just like the people to express recipes. I love food. I know everybody loves food, and express recipes. Different chefs that's trying to get exposed, and fashion and boutiques and everybody, rappers, everybody that's trying to get exposed on my show. I like them to be exposed on the come up, as long as you're on the come up.
On the come up.
Yes, positive vibes only, and that's what we do. We just have a good time.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And as you guys can see, I have somebody next to me, a guest who just randomly popped up in here, but we're gonna do this sports thing. We're gonna talk the sports thing, my man. What is your name, man?
My name is Eric Williams, and I'm so glad that Philly won the game, and I was rooting for Philly because I was getting so sick and tired of New England.
Don't say that.
Yes. All right. Well, my man, it looks like you can stick around for a little while. All right. Okay. You guys, when we left off, we were talking about Alex Smith. That was the what the fuck moment of the week. The trade was crazy. KC did save $15 million on the trade, so I'm looking for them to make some serious moves in the offseason. So we'll keep an eye on that. The franchise tag on Kirk Cousins, I really don't understand that, but we'll see what Washington's going to be doing, man. That's just nuts. Also, over the past week, we had some shuffling going around with the Ravens front office, coaching staff. The first thing I want to talk about is Dean Pease, okay, and that Bama. I got some choice words for that Bama because Dean Pease said he was retiring from the Baltimore Ravens, right? So Dean Pease is the defensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens.
To spend more time with his family.
To spend more time with his family, right? And he spent the last 8 years in Baltimore, so we know about Dean Pease. You know, he was there when we won our last Super Bowl in 2012.
I don't really know about him.
That's all right. Well, he's been here with us, and he's a staple in our damn defense, and he meant a lot to the Ravens, you know? And we thought that he was going to retire because he wanted to be a family man. And not even a month after he announces his retirement, what does he do?
He must have got tired of his family that quick. I think it was like 18 days.
You can definitely get tired of your family.
He's the new DC of Tennessee Titans.
Right. Dude done came out of retirement in less than a month, and now he done hooked up with the Tennessee Titans. I smell bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. You know, I was getting ready to say. That's why I was lifting up like, wait a minute.
That sounds a little suspect, right?
Yes, nobody does nothing like that.
What do you think?
Yes.
Well, it is suspect. You know, if you say you're going to retire and then you come back out
a month later.
A month later. Well, I agree. Maybe he did get tired of the family. He went home and said, hey, this isn't for me after all.
How off the hook are his kids to be like, I need a job again?
Right. I mean, what the hell? Dean Pease is like 70 years old, yo. Grandkids. Maybe it was the grandkids. I don't know.
Wow.
But he does have a relationship with the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans, Mike Vrabel, who he actually coached. Mike Vrabel was a player, and Dean Pease coached him for 5 seasons while he was in New England.
Awesome.
So they have, but you know, this is all the more reason why I think that this was some bullshit for real. You know, I mean, I just feel like he might have jumped ship on the Ravens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did it on purpose.
You think so?
I kind of, I'm looking at y'all, and you know, y'all know it. Come on now, I'm looking at y'all faces.
Outsiders, I don't know what you think. Let us know what you think on that one. So, you know, we'll see him.
A lot of the Ravens, see, that's why I stopped watching football last season, because a lot of Ravens, for one, I don't know. They was doing a terrible job. I mean, we
didn't do much better this season.
No, they didn't.
It wasn't any fault to Ozzie Newsome. So, you know, I think that Ozzie Newsome is still one of the greatest GMs and the first black gentleman GMs in National Football League.
Absolutely.
At least he's doing the right thing by hanging around one more year.
Yeah, trying.
To make sure that his predecessor is trained the correct way. But Ozzie's IQ for football is just off the chart. I really can't even see him being in true retirement without someone else trying to get him out of retirement maybe in a month.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of brings up the second other thing that happened after
He's
Dean Pease.
Perfect segue. He can definitely stay for another 30 minutes. You just extended your time. So go ahead, Mark.
At the Ravens State of the Team address.
Wait a minute, hold on. Hold that thought. You guys, when we come back, we're going to wrap up this Ravens discussion. And we're also going to talk about the Super Bowl. Big game last night. Fucking exciting. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
Great. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? Damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part, but I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be. I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I know
I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Time for flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was
just the long one, you know. But it's always something that you can.
Go ahead, Bliss. Can you recollect any signs that you might like get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait. Hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the nerd. How they bust? But show why they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f*** is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and shake it off real quick, but you crying? F*** out of here.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. You're listening to us either on Facebook or YouTube, TuneIn app, Radio Loyalty app. We love comments, and we got a comment. Jendai Lynn.
Sup, Lynn, baby?
I hope I
Hey,
pronounced.
Lynn.
I think I had a spicy moment.
No, Jendai.
Is that
you
okay?
actually did
Hey.
that, right? Yes, you pronounced that ethnic name perfectly.
Well, you got a talent, I guess. I don't know. Jedi says, "In Ozzy we trust," and I think we're going to get on that topic, continue that topic a little bit more.
Yeah. So, did we say that they made an announcement that? Go ahead.
We started that, yeah.
Okay.
So during the State of the Team address, owner Steve Bisciotti announced that after next season, the 2018 season, that Ozzy Newsome will be stepping down as general manager. And Eric DaCosta will be taking over, which it's interesting. A lot of fans have called for saying it's time for Ozzy to step down. Like, he hasn't drafted anyone great in a while. But then after the State of the Team, it's like, oh, they didn't make any changes. You were just asking for Ozzy to be fired. He's leaving. What more do you want? Right. But Ozzy's going to take on a role. He's not stepping away from the team entirely. He's going to be a scout and
the highest paid scout
Dude.
in the NFL at
Hell
that.
yeah.
Like,
Wow.
he's got a sweet ass hookup. You know what I mean? He gets the pressure taken off of him because
Yeah.
seriously, the Ravens aren't going anywhere. I don't mean any harm. Ravens aren't going anywhere. And I feel like at the end of 2018 season, there's going to be some fallout. And he'll be able to just sit back and watch all of that shit happen.
Think
you
so?
know? I think so. I think so.
What do you think it means for like the draft coming up? For one, is it going to be more Eric DeCosta's? Is it going to be an amalgam of him and Ozzie? Like, how does the team approach that?
I think it's going to be a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
I think, that Ozzie is going to, again, mentor Eric into his new role
Mhm.
and acclimate him into some of the things that he looked for when he's looking for good players. But I think Ozzie is going to have a major role in terms of being his mentor and not just abandoning the team. He could have just said to heck with it, and
Right.
he makes enough money, go out of retirement, he gets a good severance package. But again, he's going to hang around. I think that's a gentleman's thing to do.
Yeah.
And he'll get he's got a good mentor, DeCosta, if that's what his role will be. Because, I mean, Ozzie just was so phenomenal during his time here as general manager.
And also in Cleveland. Don't forget, he came from
Right,
Cleveland.
right.
And, and that's how he got his shot to be the first black general manager. But here's the thing I'm looking for. When are we going to get another black general manager? What team do you think is going to step up?
Don't hold your breath, yo.
Okay, I won't do that.
But during his time here, I mean, he acquired 38 Pro Bowlers and 17 All-Pro players. I mean, that's just fantastic. He had his hand all up in both Super Bowl teams. We have a lot to be thankful for when it comes to Ozzie, and the fact that he's sticking around. That I think that's good. But I just felt like his retirement was kind of unexpected too. Like, I felt like it was kind of, coming out of nowhere. Everybody's like, well, he's 61. I mean, 61's not that old.
Yeah.
Dean Pease is older than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering if there's like a discrepancy or a difference in the future, like the future vision of the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? I mean, clearly because, you're bringing in somebody else, and I'm pretty sure that Eric DeCosta is going to have a different approach. I mean, why else would we be having this change? You see what I'm saying?
I think that for the last, 3, 4, 5 years, people have been wondering how long DeCosta will last with the Ravens and not be picked up by another team as a GM. So maybe this is their way of keeping DeCosta, who's been pretty cherished by other teams wanting to pull him away.
Right.
He's younger than Ozzie. They can continue their success of Ozzie with the person that he's molding, as he said, a mentor to DeCosta. That's what I think is going on, just a little bit.
Dig it. Well, I mean, we'll definitely see after this season. I mean, Ozzie has one more year to give it a good go, to put together, to put his little stamp on things.
One more to draft people from Alabama.
I just hope that he drafts. We take care of the offense this go around.
I was gonna say defensive end.
We get some good players at LA too. I think
Yeah.
we have some great players at USC, UCLA, Cal State. So I think Ozzie, if he spreads his wings a little bit and the Ravens go after him and put some more money up for some of these guys, they wouldn't mind coming to the East Coast.
Absolutely.
Not to mention the second player he ever drafted in Baltimore just got voted to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Sugar Ray.
That's right.
We're going out there too. Hey, squad, we going out there. Yes, me and the homeboys, we going out to Ohio. We said it yesterday, like we gonna do it. We gonna do the damn thing.
I heard that earlier.
Let's do it.
Maybe we should all do is get on the road and go. What's up, me and you down?
Yeah.
Down for a little road trip?
Oh yeah.
Get some
I ain't got a lot of miles on my car neither.
Scoop up some of the minis and let's get on the road.
Yeah. Burn up.
So we'll talk more about that offline.
Yeah,
but you guys, we had a big game this weekend. Super Bowl, what is it, 51?
52.
52 between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. David versus Goliath.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Let me get the wing on it. Yeah. Shout out.
I ain't clapping. If y'all notice, I ain't clapping.
You a Patriots fan?
Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan.
Thank you, Eric.
Get the door.
Right. Christ almighty. No.
That's why I got on gray, because I'm nice and dull.
Oh, okay.
Nice and dull today.
Right. Kaepernick got picked up?
No, I actually love the Eagles, but I'm a Patriots fan.
Right.
I wanted them to win.
I think
you know.
Kaepernick is going to get picked up.
I wanted them to win.
Yet, but,
Are you serious?
I don't care how many rings they had.
The buzz is out there, though.
Okay, I hope so. I mean, I'm going to be very interested to see who actually is going to take that. Who's actually going to pick him up? I hope your brother does get a job, man. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that. That's good news.
Who you say?
Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, okay.
We don't know who's going to pick him up, but the buzz is out there.
Who you think? Who is it? What's the buzz?
Well, I tell you what.
Be Exposed Radio. Let's go.
I tell you what, if I had to just put my money on it, I would go with Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Is always known for giving football players a second
another chance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They should get another chance.
And or someone who really needs a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I did not hear that, but we'll definitely keep our lookout for that.
You knew the Ravens wanted him up until that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't gonna beat that horse again. We already gone off about that. Yeah, we done went off about that a long time ago.
So what's y'all teams? Y'all Ravens?
We Ravens fans.
Ravens Nation?
Home team.
Everybody? Ravens Nation?
I have two teams because there's my pre-Baltimore time because I'm not a native. I moved here before that.
Where are you from?
Arizona.
All right, because I went to school in Ohio, so while y'all sit around talking about Ohio, I didn't want to jump on OSU,
Oh, no.
Because I don't even think the Ravens will go out to OSU. They don't have the money to go out there and pick some of them players up.
So before moving here, I was and still am a Denver Broncos fan.
Hey,
okay.
And when I moved here, I said, I'm not going to like the Ravens. I'm a Broncos diehard. But the love that the people have for the Ravens, it was infectious, and it got to me. And I'm officially two teams.
Okay, so you love the Ravens?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
And you? I've spent some time in Denver, and I love Denver. I spend more of my time in LA, so I love the Raiders.
I grew up loving the Raiders.
Yeah,
until we didn't have a team then. Yeah, when I was a kid.
I love the Raiders and San Diego. I think they pull some love back into the city.
Yeah.
USC. I love seeing USC, UCLA.
Boo.
So, yeah, So I spread a lot. Sometimes I even love Dallas.
Oh wow.
Dallas Cowboys?
You're just spreading the love all over the place.
Yeah, he everywhere.
You're like a home for the football.
Yeah. That's right. he is the NFL.
Right.
And the NCAA.
Right, apparently, but no, I love it.
So what's your favorite team?
Of course I am a Ravens fan, ride or die for life. But before, like you said, we didn't have a
So you bleed purple.
team. No, I'm ready for that Joker to get the hell up out of here too.
Harbaugh. Well, Harbaugh, I think when Harbaugh goes, the quarterback goes.
He has a future
I'm ready
on
for
NBC.
that Joker to get the hell up out of here too.
He has a future on
Lord
NBC.
have
I don't know
mercy.
if you saw him on the pre and post and all
Yeah, I
that.
did see all that, yeah.
NBC loves him, so that they're probably grooming him for broadcast.
What about Flacco?
Look what happened with Brian Billick.
Who loves Flacco?
Does anybody in here love Flacco?
Well,
but
what I was thinking when Brian Billick came, I think Brian Billick was actually looking at to see what he would do if they wanted him to come back and be the coach, because he had a perfect shot to look at everything that was going on.
Please don't bring Brian Billick back, okay?
Oh,
Because that
Lord.
baby don't know what the hell he talking about either, for real. But back to the football game. We had a football game. The Eagles won. Shout out to the Eagles. I think this is their first Super Bowl ever. Is that correct?
It's their first win. It's
Okay.
their third.
First Super Bowl win.
Yes.
Trophies.
Yes.
But they did go back. They went, what, like 70 years ago to Super Bowl?
1996.
Well, no.
1996.
Did you say 70 years ago?
They went 13 years ago because it was a rematch. What was that? 2005. 2005 because I was in Phoenix.
They're calling it the first Super Bowl win.
Yeah, it's their first win. It's definitely their first win.
Yeah. So that's what you call it, the first Super Bowl win. Don't try to butter it up and stuff. Y'all try and butter it up.
Well, no, their appearances and their wins. So it's their first win. They appeared 13 years ago, and then again, I think in the 70s was their one before that.
Yeah, the 70s. Okay. All right. So shout out to the Eagles. They got it done this weekend.
Shout out.
One of my favorite stats to come out of this though is that the Patriots, even though they have like the most rings or they tied for most rings, they've now tied for the most Super Bowl losses with the Denver Broncos at 5 total.
Nice.
Well, thank you guys. I just popped in for a minute. I'm gonna pop on out of here.
He got on the look at him. He wearing a Patriot.
Yeah, he looked like a Patriot.
He looked like a Patriot, don't he?
Hey, you better watch what you say. You want jobs now.
Okay. Shots fired.
Your contract. You still on probation, all right?
Door's right there, brother. Thank you so much for coming through. Give me a pound. Have a good one. Say the camera's right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'll be downstairs for a minute.
Looking everything up.
Is everything? Yeah. And see if Mark was here.
We still on air. We're still on air.
See ya. All right. Salaam alaikum. Okay.
Assalamualaikum assalam, my brother.
Right. I would definitely need to know when them on. Okay. So how much time we got left? All right, we got a few minutes. So, all right, really quickly, some takeaways from the game. Did the Eagles win that game, or did the Patriots lose that game?
Well, I seen something that I didn't like, where the Eagles got a touchdown that didn't quite look like a touchdown to me.
That catch in the end zone?
Yes, it looked like he didn't have full control over that ball.
Which one?
And the refs had to review it over and over and over again, and they said it was good. That was not good. I have good eyes.
The one at the end of the end zone, or the one at the end of the game where he dove?
When he dove, when
nope.
whoever tripped him and he dove.
No, it wasn't a trip. He established control 3-4 steps, and that establishes him as a runner. Once that ball crosses the plane of the goal line.
I understand that, and that's why they said it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
But when you look at it in all different directions, and that's why the ref had to keep on reviewing it, he didn't have full control of that ball. But I'm gonna let them go in and cheat. So we gonna put them in a book there.
Right.
We gonna put them in a book. Since the Patriots like to cheat, we gonna put the Eagles in as cheaters also.
That's a one-person opinion.
Right.
Let me write that down.
Right. Yeah. That is solely the views of Miss Mimi here. You guys can feel free to comment on that. We do have a couple of Philadelphia Eagles fans watching right now. Shout out to Doris Jones. What's up, girl? Hope all is well over there in Coppin. We also got Dr. Wren. She's watching. She's a big Eagle fan.
I love you.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody that's watching. But yes, the Eagles did cheat yesterday.
And this is a time
I'm going to
commercial.
say that. And I like the Eagles, but they cheated yesterday, and the Patriots was supposed to win.
Yeah.
It was supposed to win that game.
All right, you guys don't go anywhere. Oh, is that the music? Did I hear
Yep.
the music?
Yeah, that's
okay,
music.
all right, don't go anywhere. We come back. We're going to talk Super Bowl commercials, our favorite ones, which ones we like. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside. You like that too? Yeah. Shout out to DJ Delight. My mic sound nice.
Check one.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? you know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Be Exposed Radio.
And more money, let them know like you're gonna get a hit if you do some rap stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, appropriation, like they be getting their money. I was just about to talk about that too. Appropriation. Is it appropriation when they do? Because you know Miley Cyrus. Like think about it. You got like Miley Cyrus. You had Justin Bieber, and you had like even Katy Perry and Pink. You remember? I don't know if y'all remember Pink. 'Cause she used to do like some hip hop stuff or some like R&B stuff too. Do you think that's appropriation? Are they taking from the culture without like?
I don't know. Like the way I look at it is, if it seems forced, then 9 times out of 10 it's not really them. Yeah. So then it's appropriation. You feel me? But if I hear sincerity and the genuineness in what you're doing, and if they decide to label it hip hop, and your skin ain't the typical hip hop skin, you feel me? I can accept that it's hip hop, like, cause hip hop is what we do. Like, you feel me? Like people don't look at it like that, but it is. Like, and Busy B himself told me that. You feel me? Like, rap is a thing that we do. You feel me? And hip hop is something that we live. Right. So if you telling me your truth, but your skin.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. Mark, Kescia, we have Mimi in the house with us. Hiya. We were talking Super Bowl. Kescia and I know what a catch is. You know, the NFL doesn't even know what a catch is.
Yeah. Because
they changed the rules up to establish what a catch was.
Right.
Larry Fitzgerald of the Cardinals says he doesn't know what a catch is anymore, and he's a wide receiver. They're going to have to revisit this rule as to what a catch is and make it simple because it's ridiculous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Inconsistency is, like, unnerving. You know, and then it comes down to these, like, important, like, pivotal moments in the game, and it's just like, dude, what the hell is going on?
It's like they have to establish control.
Yeah.
You know, if they're, like, in the motion of going down and everything and they have it, it's a catch.
Right.
Just let it be.
Well, another one of the traditions of the Super Bowl is the commercials.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
this year, I feel like they did not disappoint. I pretty much was rolling just about every commercial break.
Yeah.
You know, so I wanted, you know, of course, we had to take a few minutes to talk about that. I guess we could do like a little round robin of our favorite Super Bowl commercials. And, you know, Mimi is so excited to talk about this. I'm going to let her go first.
Yeah.
Which commercial? Just name one of your
I
favorite
can't
commercials.
really point any of them out
Okay.
because I noticed different things. Well, I noticed a specific thing about the commercials in the Super Bowl.
Okay, and what was that?
Unity. I noticed it was a lot of different races together. Mixed children, white, black, people like together. I also noticed that Justin Timberlake did a unity performance.
Yep.
It was all about unity. I seen that. in mostly every Super Bowl commercial. I did like the one with what's his name? I don't want to close. Earl Smith.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Steven Tyler. Yeah.
He
that
had
was
a
good.
lot of makeup on.
Yeah.
He looked like a girl.
He already does.
Yes, his lips and them wide, big, juicy lips. It looked like he probably got a little more surgery done or something to make him look a little girly. But yeah, Sting. That's his name, right? Sting.
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler.
Yeah, but he called himself Sting.
No,
right?
that's different. That's a different guy. That's
that's the one that got the makeup and shit on, right?
No, that's David Bowie. Sting was the lead singer of the Police, and then he went out on his own.
Oh, okay.
Kiss was the ones that wore all the makeup.
Okay.
All the makeup.
Yeah. I swear, I think they are the same people for some reason.
All us white people look alike.
Oh my God.
You like that commercial with Steven Tyler?
I really did because I love his music.
He looked creepy
I'm a
as
big
fuck.
He did.
It's
Are
CGI.
you looking at it now?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
I was
CGI.
going to say.
It's CGI. They've done this in movies, and now they're doing it with the commercial.
Yeah, and that song from Armageddon, like me, my sister, and my brother, we used to watch Armageddon all the time, and we started singing it as soon as when we say the commercial. They was like, "Ain't that the guy from the Armageddon video?"
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Yeah." They like, "What? How that song go?" And I'm like, "I don't wanna close my eyes.
I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, baby." All right, Mark, what was one of your favorite commercials, yo? That's fucked up, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
Well, for one, this is a tie. As a series of commercials, that was the best part of, they made the one look like the Right Guard commercial with Terry Crews.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's not Terry Crews, and then suddenly the dude was up there, he's like, this is a tie dad.
Right.
I love those, but the one single funniest one for me was the Danny DeVito M&M's one.
Really?
I didn't see that one.
You didn't see that one?
No.
I don't think I remember that one either.
The M&M's walking around and he's like, oh, Lucky Penny, I wish I was human. And then he turns into Danny DeVito.
Get out of here.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Turned into Danny DeVito?
Yep.
I'm going to watch that offline. I'm surprised no one has said anything about the commercial.
They said Alicia Keys was in I think 2 of them or something like that.
I didn't see
Alicia
her.
Keys was definitely in one. I do remember seeing her in one. But nobody liked the Peter Dinklage, Busta Rhymes.
I didn't see it.
The one with Morgan Freeman?
It was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
what
that was a
about
great
the Alexa commercial with Cardi B?
Oh,
that was dope. To me, that was like the
I
best
stood up.
one
I was like, that bitch getting money.
All the Alexa commercials, because they did a series too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I seen
the
that
guy asked
one,
her
I like
to
that
play country, he's like, Alexa, play country music. She's like,
yeah.
And then it goes to Bodak Yellow.
But you know what though? They wasn't really that funny like how they usually be.
The Dirty Dancing joint with
Oh,
Uno
God.
Beck.
Oh, my God.
Look at you.
Yeah, you're right. But everybody was yelling like,
that was the
that
best
is
thing.
gay.
Yo, that's...
Look, everybody was like, that is so gay.
I thought it was
and I was like, it's
hilarious, man.
teamwork.
Right.
They saying teamwork
They
make
did the
dream
whole
work.
little,
Yeah.
Yeah, they was
sashay
like,
dance, right.
some
Eli
of them was
did it.
stiff, some of them wasn't. And then he
Right.
read.
It was tight. I mean, I thought that commercial was pretty funny.
That was
you
awesome.
know?
Yeah.
You knew I was dying off of
Right,
that one.
right. They actually did the dance moves and everything. Shout out to the Giants on that one. That was nice.
You know what? They should have had it a little longer. They should have had it a little longer, like
There's-
them doing dance moves a little longer.
There's a longer version online.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The
We'll watch
NFL
that
Network,
offline.
I think, on Facebook, it said, watch the longer version, on our
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
or whatever.
Dig it. Dig it.
Yeah,
What was
that's
your-
cool.
What was yours, Kescia?
I think my favorite one was I love Cardi B, so it was the
It was
Alexa
Cardi B?
joint. Yeah, it was definitely the Alexa joint.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had so many different people on there too.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't just Cardi.
So aside from the commercials for products, Super Bowl always has some really good movie trailers. Solo, a Star
Yo,
Wars.
that Han Solo joint. Are we going to commercial break, yo? Did you just remix that shit? Okay, yeah. All right, well, when we come back, we're going to continue the Super Bowl commercial discussion. And we're also going to talk a little NBA. I mean, because, basketball season.
Oh, I do not know no sports. I'm on the wrong show, y'all.
It's not Saturday.
You use Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, you guys. Just a bit outside. We got Kescia, Mimi, Mark. We all in the building, chopping it up, having drinks, talking sports, having fun.
And y'all know I don't know nothing about no damn sports. But I'm in here.
She hanging in there real good, though. I got to give her props. She hanging in there real good. Real good.
Do you want to shout out your show and tell them when to catch it?
Yes. On the Come Up Radio Show, y'all can catch the show every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday. From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the Come Up Radio Show. I have my co-hosts, Booby James and Chastity Dorsey, along my side. And we just do us. All right? Be Exposed Radio. Let's go.
So that's what it is. All right, when we left off, we were talking about the Super Bowl commercials. I feel like we pretty much wrapped that thing up. Great game, great commercials. What?
There's one more.
What?
On the movie note.
Oh, what?
The Cloverfield Paradox. Did you see the commercial
Oh,
for that?
yeah.
Did you?
Didn't catch
Well,
it.
it's like the third movie in the Cloverfield series. But did you see, like, Netflix apparently made a deal with Paramount? So, like, they played the trailer in the beginning of the
And
whole-
then they said go to Netflix and look at it.
And then they uploaded it, made it available like right after the game was over.
Yeah,
which is great marketing.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was great.
That's awesome
I seen
marketing.
that. I did see that.
Wow.
Like at the, I did. It was so much going on.
Yeah.
You try and tell the Doug shut up. You try and tell the kids stop fighting. You know what I mean?
That's pretty cool.
Turn
though.
the
That's
TV
actually
up.
a great idea.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
that
amazing.
was a great idea.
You know what?
Yeah.
That Han Solo movie's coming out on my birthday.
No shit.
Yeah, so May 25th. I can't wait, man. Yeah, like that's one of the good things about my birthday. Like Memorial Day, Memorial Day is always around. Great movies come out. That
Sweet.
holiday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely get it in on that tip. But let's kind of shift gears a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
We had a huge development with the Cleveland Indians. They made a change with their logo. If you watch baseball, I mean, even if you've watched, what is that movie? What's it called? Major League? Yeah, Major League with Charlie Sheen. You know about the Cleveland Indians, and you know about Chief Wahoo, which is basically their mascot. Their logo he has been with them. Chief Wahoo has been with them since forever, I feel like. 70 years. 70 years. And
Wow.
Major League Baseball Commissioner Charles Manfred recently said we're not going to use them anymore. The Cleveland Indians are no longer allowed to use the Chief Wahoo logo.
Well, was it not allowed? I thought he talked to the owners and they came to an agreement, something like that.
Well, I read it. They weren't allowed. Like
to.
they could, they said that it's been ruled inappropriate, racist, and disrespectful. And as we all know, for the past couple of years, there have been several Native American groups, ethnic groups that have been calling for some of these logos and mascots to be changed. Not just Cleveland Indians. We're also talking about the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Braves. So this is kind of like the first step, where I believe in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody else would appreciate, that. Anyone, I don't even know how to say this without sounding like I'm about to set myself up.
Racist.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else would appreciate. I don't think anybody would appreciate
All right, well,
like
let
a
me
black
say it
person
then.
being a mascot. Go ahead.
Let me say it.
All right, say it.
All right. I feel like, all right, you was telling me about Chief
Wahoo.
Wahoo.
Mhm.
Okay, 70 years. 70 years Chief Wahoo has been their mascot. Why do they have to change it? I look at different, just like the Super Bowl, the Eagles, that's American. The Patriots, that's American. Red, white, and blue. What else? The Ravens, a raven bird, that's American. Wait a minute.
Okay, good.
Why they don't want a chief on there? What is that's 70 years of I guess you can say
Tradition?
tradition, yeah. Yeah, thank you.
This is kind of the
So why would you try to knock somebody that has 70 years in on something like that and say it's racist?
Good.
From what I read, they are actually, they're not divorcing themselves of the logo entirely. On their uniforms and on their hats and their apparel, they're going with something new. They're still going to sell products, cups, sports bottles, stuff at the store. Yeah, stuff for the fans to honor that tradition. But they're not using it on their official apparel anymore.
I look like
as of 2019. I
I think they eventually want it to fade away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's going to, yes.
It'll be gone.
Yes,
I
it'll
think
be
that's
gone. It's going to fade away because that's why they're trying to introduce a new logo onto everybody so people can accept that.
But here's
but
my
what
thing.
about
There's
the
no
people
other
that accept?
There's no other nationality that has a mascot, though.
Yeah, well, you mentioned tradition. That's one of the major arguments people use for the Washington Redskins. But Redskin is clearly a slur. And
It's
a
a racial slur.
That's what it was 200 years ago.
Big time.
Right.
I don't even like it. I don't even like the team.
We don't have the Washington Martin Luther King Juniors or like. That's the best way.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can put it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't have the Cleveland Malcolm X's. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and you know damn well if somebody was to come try to start a team called the, I don't know, the Arizona Rosa Parkses, we would be like, yo, what the hell is wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not. I don't know.
Those are people that you're mentioning.
Yeah.
Think about the Redskins. That's a slur. Can you imagine a team?
Okay.
Yeah, that is a slur.
I wasn't going to say the Baltimore. coons. I don't know. Coons. Nobody else does this. Let's just quit while we're ahead.
Sidebar, real quick. When I first moved here, there's a car dealership out here, Coons Chevrolet.
Oh, God. Yeah.
From being outside there, I was like, that's the most racist car place I've ever heard. And it's spelled differently. It's spelled differently, thankfully, because it's their last name, Koons. But I was like, damn.
It's really bad.
And my dad, when he came to visit, he's like, that sounds racist too. Like, so it's not just me.
And a lot of black men running around calling each other, you coon ass.
Oh, yeah. But that's my whole point, though. We don't have, no one else is subject to that type of thing. And, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of Native Americans take offense to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But why are they changing it? Because they're saying it's racist. For one, Native Americans, they lost a lot in this country.
They did.
They lost a lot. Let them keep the damn logo. It's not racist.
They don't want it.
Well,
they don't want it. The
Native Americans saying it's disrespectful. They don't want to be nobody's mascot.
They saying it.
Yeah, it's a caricature.
Oh, see, I totally fell off on that one. That went right over my head. So they don't. So if they don't want it, then fuck it. Let it go. They don't want the shit.
Well, then that's the way that the Major League
Baseball
is going.
So that's a X. I don't need to talk about
apparently, the next step is the Atlanta Braves. So we'll see how.
Well, I've read that not a lot of Native groups, some do protest the Braves, but I've heard a lot aren't as offended by the name Braves because it is a warrior.
You can't pick and choose when you want to get offended, man.
But the thing that they were most offended by was the tomahawk chop.
Why is everybody so damn
sensitive
today? Good God, what put this out?
Oh, they were protesting the chop like back in the 90s. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh God, I ain't never seen so many crying ass people in my damn life. Lord have mercy.
Well, the Braves haven't been good since the 90s either, so I don't think they even do the chop anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do y'all protest? Do you protest?
Not recently. I have in the past, but I got kids.
Right,
I got a job.
Time for that.
Right?
Do you protest? Do you protest?
Yes, I protest.
You do? What
was the last thing I protested?
Heart disease. Alzheimer's.
I think
cancer.
I did a protest up in Terps because they had half-price pizza night, and I wasn't able to take
Oh
that
my
shit
God! That's a good protest.
I was mad about that.
And throwing some wings too.
Right.
But yeah. All right,
I got
man.
time for that, man.
So all right, so no more Chief Wahoo. Let's keep things going. Let's jump a little bit into the NBA. I want to talk about the NBA. There were some shakeups last week. In particular with the Milwaukee Bucks, the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Detroit Pistons. The Milwaukee Bucks fired their coach after 45 games. We've been talking about the loyalty in the NBA and lack thereof. And, in true NBA fashion, after 45 games, the Milwaukee Bucks parted ways with head coach Jason Kidd and former NBA player. This was kind of surprising for me. And I feel like, Kidd's got a tough break because prior to him coming to Milwaukee Bucks sucked. They weren't even playoff contenders,
Yeah. And that was breaking 2 weeks ago, like when we were on the air. I think it was breaking that day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's been 2 weeks since they let Kidd go.
Right.
What do you think about their progress?
I mean, hey, their new guy is this guy called Joe Prunty?
Spicy.
Yeah, spicy moment. But his name is Joe. But, I mean, apparently the team is pretty, is taken to this change because they're 6-1 since they let Kidd go.
Yep.
I just think this kind of crazy because, we had the Bucks in our top 3. And I guess they kind of made a slide a little bit, and the front office felt like they needed to make a change. But it's just kind of crazy because, Kidd had this relationship. Kidd had a relationship with one of the hottest players in the NBA right now and youngest talent. Like, he had already began to mold this kid. And we're talking about Giannis, the Greek freak.
Why they call him the Greek freak, baby?
Because he's like...
He's Greek?
Yeah, he's like 6. What is he? 6'8"?
Something like that. He's huge.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I'd be terrified of him.
But he can dribble and he can shoot from the outside. He's a freak of nature. He's a freak of basketball nature.
Oh, okay.
He can do it all. I mean, this guy, he's
Okay.
going to be like one of the best players in the NBA. I think within 2 years.
I gotta ask my sons about him.
Yeah. Ask him about the Greek freak. Make a note of that one, baby. Yeah, but I mean, they've been playing pretty good, and the new coach, he's been shaking things up a little bit. He's been managing the minutes differently. All of their starters, he's decreased the minutes on that. Yeah. And he's got 2 vets coming off the bench, Dellavedova and Jason Terry, who's increased the minutes on. So, he's kind of letting the veterans get that little leadership going, which they really didn't have with the starting 5. And it looks like they're reaping some benefits from that.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed was Jason Kidd. Yeah, his last 10 games, they were 4-6.
Uh-huh.
But then when he got let go, they went on a 4-game win streak to start.
Mm-hmm.
But the quality of opponents wasn't quite there, I thought. It was the Suns, the Nets, the Bulls, and then the 76ers, who ironically was the team that they had played with Kidd's last game there.
Right.
They had lost to the 76ers when they let Kidd go the next day, and then to end this 4-game win streak, they beat the 76ers. Of those 4 teams, I think the 76ers is the best.
Right. It might be the only above 500 team, too, so...
Their combined might still be under 500 because the other teams suck so bad.
Right.
So I kind of question that, but 6-1 since his release, like, you can't argue that.
You can't, and it looks like they're trying to, make a push to get back into that top 3.
Yeah. Where
we had them at the beginning of the season, because that was like, what was it, last month? That was one of the things that we just quite couldn't figure out what the hell was going on with the Milwaukee Bucks, and I think one of the biggest things with the starters was the lack of veteran leadership, and this new coach is making those changes. So, as we head into, the second half of the season, we'll be on the lookout for the Bucks.
I thought I read somewhere that he had lost the confidence of his players, and if that happens, you got to make that change.
It sounds like y'all talking Chinese to me.
You guys don't go anywhere. When we come back, we are going to talk about the Los Angeles Clippers and the Detroit Pistons. We had another big blockbuster trade, man. Got to talk about that. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
It is what it is. Radio show.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, listen. All right, say situation. Cause I keep telling y'all, it's different situations in the child support thing. You can't just pinpoint one thing. You can't just say, "Oh, here did be. That's why you're on child support. Oh, he this. That's why you're on child support. Oh, she this. That's why she on child support." No, sometimes it could just go off of, "Oh, I just called him and asked him, can he pay for the pictures? He ain't want to pay for the pictures. I'm taking his ass downtown." Yup.
Well, you got to know. Know who you dating.
Hold up. I just called her and asked could she just get Junior some shoes. She couldn't even get him no church shoes. I'm taking her ass downtown. Now, when you go downtown, you go down there and you get $500. Right. Now you mad because you get $500, and now you really ain't getting no shoes for Junior or Lord CC because you're getting $500 now. Right.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, if you're a good father or a good mother, and you paying child support, right? You still gonna go ahead and do all that because
hold up.
It's just what it is.
Hold on, and that's another situation.
Right.
But you know what that creates? Now when we at the party, mommy and daddy ain't even down there speaking to each other. Cause daddy done paid for the party and he done came out of pocket this month with $600.
Right, that's your child.
Be mad. Listen. He shouldn't be mad, but he also has another child with his wife.
That's on him.
Okay,
go ahead.
He got another child with his wife.
Okay.
Right. And you're taking away from him. And they taking away
Well, he should have kept it in his pants.
Exactly.
Should have kept it in his pants. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Stop complaining.
You on some whole, he on some whole other shit over here. He on some whole other shit. I'm gonna tell him.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Black by Demand Radio Show.
2 years ago. If you broke that bike and it don't work, that's on you, brother. I suggest you get that toolkit out back and then start working with it, right? Yeah. So my son's looking at me like, wow. And I broke down to him how we had got fixing flat tires down to a science. You understand what I mean?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. We appreciate that you take the time out of your night to listen to us on YouTube, on Facebook, the TuneIn app, and the Radio Loyalty app. We were just talking about some basketball, so we've got some games going on right now.
Oh, you give us some updates?
Yeah, we have the Wizards and the Pacers. They're playing in Indiana, 58-49. Wizards are up. That's at the half. Magic are visiting Miami. Miami's up 38-29. That's in the second. Jazz Pelicans, looks like that's in the first. Just started not too long ago. Jazz are up 17-8 already. And the Pistons, who we're going to be talking about shortly, are hosting the Trailblazers. Pistons up 61-53. That's in the third.
Nice. Thanks, Mark. All right, so, yeah, speaking of Pistons, let's talk about the Clippers. They had a big trade go down maybe like a week and a half ago. Last week and a half.
It was
ago.
last week because you were able to talk. I think it was last Monday because you were talking about it on the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Right. Between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Detroit Pistons, you guys know Blake Griffin is one of the superstars of the Los Angeles Clippers. And was. And he got traded to Detroit for Tobias Harris and Avery Bradley, which
Avery Bradley.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell the Clippers are thinking right now. They got rid of half of their big man tandem, which is a big part of their defense. And they're also talking about getting rid of DeAndre Jordan. So I don't know what the hell.
What?
Yeah, they're talking about shopping DeAndre Jordan as well. So, but basically what I feel like they're doing is they're about to build a team around Doc Rivers' son, Austin Rivers. And I'm not necessarily sure that's the guy you want to build your team around.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you know what? Please, go ahead. Shop DeAndre Jordan because the Washington Wizards could definitely use a big man. I'm all for that, yo. I want the Washington Wizards to jump all over that. Make that deal happen because Marcin Gortat sucks. He does. That's what we do. He sucks. But,
tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, he sucks. No, but, so, I mean, from the Clippers Pistons trade, I mean, who's the winner and who's the loser? I think that's pretty obvious.
The Pistons for sure.
Right. Detroit wins big time. I mean, earlier in the season, remember they were sitting on top of the Eastern Conference at one point, or at least in the top three.
I think they were second behind Celtics for a while.
They were in the top three. And, many still believe that Coach Stan Van Gundy and the Pistons, can still be contenders and that they were one little piece from having a complete team. And, Blake Griffin might be that piece. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. And he's been in 2 games since the trade. The first game, 24 points. Yep. What was it? 10 rebounds.
Yep.
He did amazing there. The second game, let's see, he had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. So, I mean, he's definitely making an impact right away. He hit a key 3-pointer to
win the game.
To win the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Blake Griffin, he's finding a new home in Detroit.
And when you team him up with Andre Drummond, man, I mean, it's just like, you just upgraded your defense. You know what I'm saying? A good stat from Saturday. Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin together had more rebounds than the entire Miami Heat basketball team.
Wow.
Yeah, because Drummond had like 20 rebounds on Saturday. Yeah.
I read that. Yeah. 20
So,
points and 20
like,
rebounds.
You know, they're gonna pretty much make it impossible for you to get any boards. You know what I'm saying? And then also too, you're upgrading the post game. You know, you now have another scoring option in Blake Griffin. I mean, we all know how we all know how Blake Griffin loves to dunk the basketball. So you know, I think it's a complete win. You know, Detroit definitely comes on top with this trade, man. I mean, then also too, like you boost your squad, you boost your fan base, because now you got like A-list, like top tier all-star player. I mean, Andre Drummond, I think he went to the all-star game last year.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say he was necessarily on the same star list as Blake Griffin. So I mean, it's a pretty good boost all the way around for Detroit.
I have a question.
Sure.
Where in the hell time do y'all find the time to learn all these names and different? What the hell is going on? I'm talking about y'all go from football to baseball to basketball. Y'all know everybody's names. And, oh,
you gonna pat us on the back? Thank you so much for that compliment.
Yes,
That's awesome.
that's a compliment.
Thank you so much.
Because I'm just finally catching up, with all this. It sounds like Chinese to me, or I don't know. I'm just lost. I'm sitting. If y'all can see me in the camera, I'm just looking like.
This is a tight ad.
By the way, this is a tight ad.
I'm hanging up. All right, I'm hanging up.
I'm just gonna throw that in randomly, just throughout life.
In the few minutes that we have left, let's just go ahead and do one of our favorite segments of the show.
Yes.
Who came through and who was booty huff over the past week? So who did you have for who came through?
What's booty huff?
Booty huff is like who is sorry, who sucked.
Who sucked?
Yeah, booty
y'all
huff.
got
Like,
names? Hold on.
Who came through?
Write that down too. Booty huff. I know who drilled them balls in somebody's face.
Oh,
after
God.
that.
all right, okay, that's gonna be your booty huff. All right, so go ahead.
Who came through?
Who do you have for who came through?
Bear down Arizona. Nick Foles, Super
Okay.
Bowl MVP, very first alumni quarterback from the University of Arizona to start a Super Bowl, and it does this Tucson boy proud.
All right.
He dueled. He went head to head with what a lot of people say is the greatest of all time, and he came out the winner. I can't argue that. I got love for him, Nick Foles.
Okay. I kind of did. I have a transitional came through.
Yeah.
Because since we're ending the NFL season and we're about to go slam into the NBA season, I had to pick. I did the Los Angeles Lakers, yo.
Really?
Because they beat the Oklahoma City Thunder yesterday.
Lately, everyone's beating them.
Is
Yeah.
Is Kobe still on there?
No, babe.
Oh, damn. See, I'm still worried. I'm still worried about Kobe
This is
and
the
Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and
Wow.
Dennis
Oh,
Rodman.
yeah.
I don't know these damn
Kobe
names.
hasn't played in like 2 years, honey. But that's okay. But yeah,
and Dennis Rodman's going to North Korea, so.
I'm like, who is that?
but they beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 108-104. And they did it without Lonzo Ball, and they're.
You know how I feel about him.
Yeah,
so.
I know. They won 6 of the last 8, so they really came through. So that's my pick for who came through. Now let's go ahead and do our booty huff. You're gonna get involved in this one. Ooh. So who did you have for who was booty huff this week?
Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels.
Yeah, he's
that commentary.
It was the worst.
That was the most biased damn commentary I've ever heard.
Collinsworth.
Chris Collinsworth, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't know what the hell a catch was.
He was booty up.
And then they kept on saying, "Oh, that wasn't a catch. That wasn't a catch. There's no way." And if I was calling it, it would not be a catch. Like, how can you guys they're so biased. I could not believe the subpar quality of them announcing the game. And Collinsworth on that last one, the Ertz touchdown, he's paid to be an analyst. And he wasn't even analyzing. He was like, I don't even want to guess this one. Like, dude, that's your job. Do it. Just take a stab.
Right.
Okay, that's a good one. I mean, a lot of people really express your same sentiments, you know, and I'm not a fan of Chris Collinsworth anyway, so that's pretty good one.
Who does he play for?
He's a commentator for the NFL. Now, for your booty huff, now you were talking about a particular
and I don't
play.
know their name.
That's all right, because hopefully somebody will help us out.
So
I can't
hope
remember.
y'all don't expect it.
There was a New England Patriot player who
jumped.
He had the ball and he was running upfield. Okay, so he was approaching this Eagles player, and what does he do, Mimi?
He jumps
up in the air.
He jumped up in the air.
Tries to hop over.
And
the guy.
he tried to hop over him, but of course they're big guys, and his legs wrapped around this man's neck like he was trying to give him some. Put his dick
Nasty
in his
bitch. So basically, it was like balls to the face.
Yes.
To the face mask. To the face mask.
To the face mask. Balls to the face mask.
I never ever I always.
So that was
watch
booty
football.
huff.
I never. Yeah, that was booty huff. I never say nothing like that a day in my life.
That was a good one. All right, that was a good one. That was appropriate. I mean, balls to the face. I guess depending upon who you are, that's could be a good or a bad thing. I don't know.
Oh, you know what I saying?
Oh, jeez. What?
Where's Dr. Ren?
Oh God! I'm gonna say, please don't turn this into. Please, okay. What are you about to say?
All right, no, never mind.
What were you gonna say though? What were you gonna say?
Welcome to Salacious Life Mondays.
No, it's a Facebook thing that I do on Facebook all the time. I shout out little posts and stuff that I see because Facebook is crazy. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I see a play, right? I think it was a college football play. Y'all might have seen it yourself.
Okay.
They're both red and white teams. One has more red, the other has more white, but they're red and white team.
Okay.
So they're playing, they tackle each other, and then the other player dig in the man's blood.
Alabama game.
Now, that is booty up. Why he was down on the ground.
Yeah.
You seen it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You seen it? You seen
Yeah,
it?
he was looking for the balls.
It was
ball.
Yeah, so that's booty hop. That's my booty hop. That's Mimi Howard booty hop.
Don't go anywhere, Christ Almighty. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more NBA action. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
Period.
the real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show. Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
Period.
the real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from when I basically came out. And
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome to our final night. No.
Right, I think I really did it this time, you guys.
No, she good.
Shit.
Welcome back. Just a bit outside radio show.
Never a dull moment.
No. We was talking about booty up. I want to keep on talking about booty up. That's the type of shit I like.
I think what you need to do is come on Wednesday's show, Salacious Life.
Oh
She
my
was on
God.
last Wednesday. It was crazy.
Yeah, I
They were
totally
off
missed
the
it too.
chain.
Yeah, I was
really
busy.
is.
Yeah.
You guys turn in to what? You want
I usually try to.
He usually does.
We've been on the show before too. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, so let's keep it going. Let me do my quick pick for the for Booty Hub because we're like what's this, like the second to last segment for real, right? All right, yeah. So I had Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah, they're on a 4-game slide right now, which started with them losing to the Wizards. Jimmy and I went to that basketball game. It was cool. Prior to the 4-game slide, they were on an 8-game win streak. So they're inconsistent. That shit's Booty Hub. I want them to, act like the team they really are.
Yeah.
So that's my pick.
That's not from a fan perspective at all.
Everybody already knows it's totally from a fan perspective because I totally love the Thunder. But yeah, so all right, so there you have it. That's how I came through and who was straight booty huff. So next time you'll be here, you'll be more prepared.
I know exactly what booty huff is. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the booty huff.
And I'm gonna look at the best clips, the best booty huffing shit ever, and I'm gonna have it ready for y'all.
I think I might have to put myself down as booty huff for I just put my foot in my mouth and I'm still trying to get it out. So let's move on. Let's keep going. Okay. Real on wrestling. What is going on in the wrestling arena, Mark?
Lots has been going on.
Yeah.
Not yesterday, but a week ago, Sunday, was the Royal Rumble show.
Yeah.
It's always like the start up to WrestleMania season, and as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, they had the first ever women's Royal Rumble.
Women was out there fighting.
Yeah.
You watch wrestling, Mimi?
Yes.
You do?
My son wrestled.
Okay,
yes.
but y'all watch the WWE?
Yes.
Okay.
We watched the WWE because my great grandfather was a big WWE fan.
There you go.
There you go.
So Sting, The Undertaker.
Oh, there you go.
But I know it's new ones now, right?
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk. No, not Incredible Hulk. What's his name?
Incredible Hulk's an
Avenger.
That's still 30 years old.
I know. I'm sorry.
John Cena, maybe?
Yeah, John Cena.
Stone Cold, Triple H.
Stone Cold, Triple A. Who else? Triple H. Oh, all right. There you go.
All right. So, but yeah. So tell us about the women's.
Wow.
The women's Royal Rumble.
Who are the women? Because Shauna died. Like that's the only one I knew.
Did
China?
China.
Oh, China died. Yeah, a few years ago.
Years ago. And like who are the women? Because I haven't.
Well, Mark, tell us about the women's joint.
The women's Royal Rumble is pretty cool. And not only was it the first ever women's Royal Rumble, they put so much faith into it. They made it the main event of the show. Which, yeah, that's like the one that goes on last is usually like the biggest attraction of the card, and they gave face to the women and put them on last, and they didn't disappoint. It was a good show. 30 women. Usually, when women have had battle royals, like if they just touch the ground, they can go through the ropes and everything. No, they went straight with everything that the men do. It had to be over the top rope.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing. They brought in some old faces from the past, which they've done for the men's rumbles too. Trish Stratus, who was huge like 10 years ago, she came back for the night. It ended up this lady Asuka. She's Japanese.
Who?
Asuka.
Okay, Asuka what?
Ask her.
Asuka.
Ask her.
Asuka.
Ask her.
She's been huge in Japan for years.
Yeah.
She came to WWE. She was in NXT for.
Is she like big titty, big muscle?
No. She's
She's
kinda,
petite.
I wouldn't say petite. She's athletic.
How you spell her name? I want to look her up.
Asuka.
Asuka.
So in NXT, she held the women's title there for like over 500 days. Went to the main roster undefeated still, and she takes the Women's Royal Rumble, so she gets a championship match at WrestleMania. Now that they have the split brands, they have two champions. So to end the show, both the women's champions get in the ring, and she's supposed to be making up her mind, and then music hits, and down comes to the ring Ronda Rousey.
What?
Yeah.
She's gonna wrestle?
There's been rumors for a while. What? She's a lifelong WWE fan. Her MMA days are behind her. And what I found really cool was back when she was doing UFC, Roddy Piper, before he passed away, he gave his permission and for her to use the Rowdy nickname. So it's still Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
What?
And so when she came out, she had a shirt said Ronda Rousey, but it looked like Piper's old shirts.
Right. Yeah.
She had a leather jacket on.
Right.
Piper's son gave her, for her debut, Roddy Piper's jacket.
That's fucking sweet.
Isn't it?
That is sweet. That's actually pretty cool.
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is she really going to do this, though?
Not only is she going to do it, like I said, lifelong fan, now that she's transitioned away from MMA, she signed a multi-year contract, and she said this is the focus of her career.
Well,
for the next
get
several
that
years.
Money, Rhonda. I ain't hating on
That's
you,
funny. I'm not trying to change the subject on wrestling or anything, but Floyd Mayweather, my husband that I'll be marrying him soon.
Didn't he have like a pink fur coat at the Super Bowl? I don't know.
He had
I'm not sure.
Like a raccoon or something.
Yeah.
A raccoon coat.
You said a raccoon.
It looked like a raccoon on his back.
But he's going to what's that?
UFC?
Yeah, UFC.
Yeah.
And people telling them to
Is
stay
that
in his
official
lane.
yet?
No,
there's still speculation.
Yeah, there's still speculation. Yeah.
I hope he don't. I just want him to stay boxing. Floyd, just box.
No,
please.
Just stop boxing.
Yeah.
Just retire, dude.
I mean, he got
He's
enough
all the
money.
Yeah, he's got all the money.
Yeah, and then he got Tank with him, so.
50-0. It's got to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then you got your nice little protege, Tank. Speaking of which, man, we need to try to get them up in there. You know Tank?
Yeah. Well, I don't know him like personally, but I know who he is. Yes.
Maybe you can work on that for us.
And I keep on following him. Yeah.
You be stalking Tank?
No, I don't stalk anybody. People stalk me.
I know that's right.
You feel me? Yeah, let's get that right.
All right. So, anything else going on with wrestling?
The men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura, he won that. So he's going to be challenging AJ Styles at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Interesting to note, it's a rematch from New Japan Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 10 from 2 years ago, which was just an amazing match. I watched it today just because I wanted to check it out. And if they let these guys go at WrestleMania, how they did that, they're going to be money. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. We got a comment. I don't know who this guy is. Do you know who Walter is? Walter Street. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that's my BFF. And
what up,
also
Walt?
my sponsor.
What's up, Walt? What's going on,
Wall
money?
Street.
Thanks for watching.
He know a lot about the WWE and
Oh, yeah?
stuff like that, yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah?
know a lot about everything. What is it called? What's it?
Commentary?
Comatron.
Oh, Comic-Con?
Comic-Con? It's Comic-Con?
Yeah.
What is it, Walt? Comic-Con? Comatron?
Oh, like
What is it?
cartoon?
Comic-Con.
Yeah, Comic-Con. Comic-Con, right?
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, yeah. Yeah, he likes stuff like that.
All right, moving right along. We're going to jump right back.
That's not sports?
Kind of.
Just sports or something. It's not.
Whoa.
Oh. There was one more thing in WWE. There was one more thing in WWE, which talked about the Women's Royal Rumble. They announced the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match coming up later this month at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So the women making huge strides and crossroads in wrestling. It's a great time.
Yeah, and I think that's good for women's sports too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we all about that. We love the ladies here. So let's jump back into the NBA. John Wall and the Wizards. They are in a trying time right now. John Wall is dealing with a knee injury, possibly be sidelined for 8 weeks. We have a caller. Hey, what's going on? What's up? Never mind. Peace. Thanks for calling. John Wall and the Wizards. He has a knee injury. He's going to be out for 8 weeks. Wizards had a couple of games without Wall. How do you think they've been faring as of late?
We both picked them to finish first in the East.
Yeah. Do you still believe that?
I don't.
I know, it hurts me so bad.
We're just coming up on the All-Star break, and I don't see them. I could see them doing like a top 4 finish, especially with Cleveland just floundering.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like was it Wall that was out like a month ago?
Or was it Beal?
Beal, yeah. When
Beal.
Beal was out, like it was kind of short term, so they didn't really change things up too much, and they were able to keep the wins going. But this, like you said, it's 8 weeks, and short of maybe signing someone short term to really shore up. I don't know. Do you think they're gonna be able to handle it?
I still got faith that they can still be a top 3 team. Boston is just doing so well. It's hard to see anybody beating them as of right now, unless something crazy happens. But while John Wall has been out, Bradley Beal and Otto Porter have stepped up tremendously to kind of fill that void, and they do have notable wins against the Raptors and Thunder without John Wall. So
Against the Raptors. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, man. But I still think they have a chance to be a top 3 team in the East. I think Martian Gortat is the weakest link. If they were able to get a different big man, that would help them out tremendously. You laughing?
You kind of expressed some
he
dissatisfaction
sucks
earlier.
He sucks. That's fine. That's what we do. But yeah, man. So I mean, we'll see how the next 7 weeks go. How the Wizards perform without John Wall. So far so good.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. And also, he's also stepped out of the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I can't remember who's replacing him. Damn. Might be Andre Drummond.
I think I read that.
I think that's what it is. But we'll check on that on the next break. We also had another big game over the weekend between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Houston Rockets. And there was plenty to say after that matchup. The most intriguing thing about this was that, this was a matchup between 2 potential MVPs with LeBron James and James Harden. Are you a LeBron James fan?
Yes.
You do like LeBron
Yes.
James? Okay. Do you like James Harden? Do you know who James Harden is? The guy with the beard. He has a beard.
Oh yeah, I do.
You like him?
He's
the beard.
tall.
Well,
tall,
I mean, he's
black.
He's a basketball
Black
player.
as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she likes the Patriots and LeBron James. Oh.
I like LeBron. I mean, I like him. He's a good player, and I keep on hearing his. My sons talk about him. You know, when you keep hearing different names,
you just
see
start
the names
fading
y'all talking. I don't hear them a lot. You know what I'm saying?
But LeBron James is stuck with you. How much time we got left, Eric?
And Michael Jordan.
He's been retired a little while.
There you have it. Commercial time.
Denzel Washington and Wesley Snipes.
I'm gonna hang up on Mimi. When we come back, we're gonna wrap this show up. Almighty. All right, don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Me?
Y'all know what time it is. It is what it is radio show every Friday at 9 o'clock.
Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? Damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part. But I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be.
You're live on the air.
I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I
know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. Just a bit outside radio show with the final stretch. Again, thanks for joining us each and every Monday. We love it. Some weeks are funnier than others. And tonight has been like we're on laughing gas. We're at the dentist's office and we're just sucking that helium down or whatever it is. We got some NBA scores. Pistons are still up there, extending that lead 97-79 over the Trailblazers. Wizards are up by 10 on the Pacers. Heat and Magic 60-59 at halftime, so that's going to go down to the wire. Jazz are up 52-44 on the Pelicans, and this is a tight ad.
Yes, it is. So y'all trying to tell me that Denzel Washington never played? I mean, Wesley Snipes. He ain't never played basketball.
We were talking about white men can't jump, right?
He was too busy.
He said, Eric said, not today.
He was too busy dodging the taxes.
Oh, shit. That's Shots fired. That's what we do. Okay, great. I don't even know where I am anymore. This last couple of minutes. The last couple of minutes, we like to end our show on a good note. How many minutes we got left, Eric? Like 3 minutes? 2 minutes. Okay. But this time we can't really end it on a good note because we kind of had some horrible news over the past, over the past week. I mean, we've had horrible news. So this is going to be a two-part shout-out that we would like to, pay homage and talk about two athletes, two awesome athletes, two brothers that we lost over the past week. Mark, I'll let you kick that first one off.
First up is from the Indianapolis Colts linebacker Edwin Jackson, 26 years old. Him and either an Uber or Lyft driver, they were both killed by a drunk driver early Saturday. It's just a shame. Like
right before my show,
anyone's death is tough.
They were just standing on the side of the road trying to repair a vehicle or something like that.
No, he got sick. He got sick and he got out the car because he probably was about to throw up or something like that.
Okay. And then he got
in a car.
And they were
came
on the side of the road.
him. A drunk driver came behind him and hit the car.
Yeah.
And the Uber driver was killed also.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty.
And as the police was, I hate to be so gruesome, y'all, and everything, but I heard it, this person, and the damn police ran over one of the bodies, man.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
The drunk driver, the legal limit is 0.08. In Indiana, his blood alcohol was 0.239.
Good God almighty.
So that man,
he was, he couldn't even see.
So shout out to Jackson family, the Indianapolis Colts. That is a major loss, and I know the community is definitely feeling that. I would like to take a few minutes to talk about Rasul Butler, who was a basketball player for 13 years in the NBA. That brother was 38. He died in a car crash along with his wife, who was also a contestant on American Idol.
She was killed too?
Yes, she was killed as well.
Man.
I remember watching this brother we're the same exact age. I remember watching him in college as well as in the NBA. He played with the Indiana Pacers. So we would also like to shout out the Pacer organization, Rasul Butler and his family. Rest in peace to both of these brothers, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, you guys.
Yeah. Y'all know how we end this show.
God bless your family.
Baltimore, spread love, yo. It's just
spread
a bit outside.
Love.
Mimi, Mark, Kescia, and we out.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Paper toss.
This is not a tie, Dad.
All right, hold on.
Did he get it? Did he get it?
Hey, wait a minute, hold up.
Oh!
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
What does hustle hard mean to you? What does that signify in your life?
That's a lifestyle for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, true story. I was born into a family and a community of hustlers. Now, let's get focused right quick, because when people hear the word hustler, they confuse it with con artist or something negative. So they like to call people entrepreneurs, right? But the definition, and I'm paraphrasing, but the definition of hustle is forced movement or to be hurried, right? But we're not talking about just pushing other people. Sometimes you got to push yourself, and that what makes you a hustler. True story. So the thing about it is, like, when it comes to hustling, listen, quick story. I used to go buy juleps a lot, right? And my grandmother used to make me clean the yard, shovel snow, do things like that to go get a julep. But one day she was like, look, you putting all your money in someone else's pocket.
Word.
Save those quarters, and I can teach you how to make a formula, and you can sell your own juleps. You understand? So the next couple weeks